Good morning. It is 6:26 and we are on April 20th. So this makes day 29 for in Cambodia. This is my final day in Cambodia, and it's also my final day on my visa. My visa expires tomorrow. So I only have 16 kilometers to the border. And from what Organic Maps was saying, it looks like it's more or less all a downhill ascent. Looks like only have a 389 meter total ascent and 709 meters total of descent. So a lot more down than there is up. So I'm pretty well at the top of the pass here, top of the mountain range up here. Yeah, so it's just today's whole plan: get to the border, cross the border, and then start doing what you have to do when you're in a new place. Start looking for a SIM card. I'm spoiled. I need a SIM card. I rely on SIM cards a lot. It's just the way I travel. I used to travel the old-fashioned way before smartphones, with an old road atlas, and that's a lot of guesswork and just following. It's like since the invention of the smartphone and things like Booking.com and stuff like this, Booking.com alone and Google Maps pays for the smartphone, because the amount of money that I've actually saved and stuff, like back in the States, you could not find, all you really knew when it came to hotels, when you did have to stay in a hotel, most times you were camping, but if you had to have a hoodie night, you just kind of went by what you knew was cheapest. Like the cheapest was Motel 6 and Super 8. Those are the ones you knew were cheapest. But the prices varied between that. So it could be $30 for a Motel 6, or it could be $60, $80. This is back in the days when they were still that cheap. So now with like Booking.com, you just get on and you can do a comparison shop, even, like I said, even Google Maps kind of pulls the information from all of them, Agoda, Booking.com, and tells you which one's the cheapest. So that alone makes the smartphone worth the travel, worth the expenditure that you spend on it. It makes the SIM card pay for itself. It's makes life a lot easier. But I'm sure anybody from the Generation X, like I am, has already done that and already realizes that. That's why most travelers, if not all travelers, pretty well have internet access. But okay, well, that's just a short ramble for the morning. I did wake up at 6, and I'm ready to get out there and try and get, before it gets too hot. And I'll just leave it at that. Short and sweet, guys. Good morning, and let's hit the road. and over another hill. I know it doesn't look that steep on camera, but it's kind of steep, but at least it's not long. Well, I was definitely wrong about it not being a long uphill. I still got a ways to go. Yeah, it's a long one. Alright, I'm finding a spot here in the shade. And I proceed up that direction. Beautiful view though, it is. So I just noticed that right there. That's a broken spoke. I'm gonna have to get that spoke out. I don't really need to replace it, but I do need to actually remove it. So I'm not gonna do it here. I have 10 more kilometers before I get to the border. I'm gonna wait till I get across the border to fix it. I'm gonna just zip tie it off, zip tie it off and ride it that way for a while. Because I can't have that holding me up. So yeah, that's the plan. Oh well. It's the first broken spoke, you know, in Vietnam and now Cambodia, and that's the first broken spoke. I mean, yeah, I had 8 flat tires, but I was surprised that this bike's still holding up. So. Well, there it is. Jerry Riggs is struck again. That's my solution. Just until I get across the border. About 1 kilometer from the border. I just stopped in to get some noodle soup. So it's 10:09 right now. I'm spending the last little bit of Cambodian cash I got on some noodle soup, and then I'm gonna go heading for the border.
So.
Well, guys, I made it through the border. I got my exit stamp from Cambodia, and that's what's right behind me. And Cambodia was awesome. I made it all the way through Cambodia. I went up around the lake there, saw Angkor Wat, and yeah, Cambodia was awesome, guys. But on the other side of that, right there, is Thailand. And I start my new adventure fresh. So, peace out, people. Thank you for being with me on this Cambodian ride of a cheap $100 bicycle across Cambodia.